Hello everybody, Super Dope Killer here with SDK Streaming, coming to you with some lazy Sunday afternoon magic. My wife's next to me. She'll be playing Overwatch, so you may hear her hollering some obscenities that may not be the best, but she likes to get into it. And my daughter will probably be running in and out of here, but we're just going to take some time, relax, and play some magic. So let's get to it. This deck is called Jeskai Sun. It's doing some weird things. It's got some new Amaket cards in it. The main things, of course, is Getting to the Trials, Approach of the Second Sun, Glorious End are probably the main new things that we brought into the main deck for Jeskai. In the sideboard, we got some stuff to deal with Gideon. We got some stuff to deal with Heart of Kieran. We got Cast Out. Sweltering Sun is good against aggro. And then we got 2 Commit to Memory, and I just really like that card, so we're going to run 2 of those in the sideboard just to see how they play out. I want to see how it interacts with Torrential Gearhulk. And of course, Sweltering Sun's always good for aggro. When Control's playing aggro, sometimes it has a hard time. So, and then of course we got Fumigates in case we get down in life. Void Shatters for the zombie decks and the ones that like to interact with the graveyard a lot. So with that said, we're just going to get right into it. I hope you enjoy the video, and we're just going to play some pickup games, some practice rounds, just to hang out on a Sunday afternoon. So I hope you enjoy the video. Alright.
Yeah, I heard it last night.
Oh, we got a green screen too. Put up a green screen today. Took a little while to get it working. Alright, so we have a mountain and we have a port town. We have very little interaction if we don't draw anything. So we're going to mulligan. Still just 2 lands, but we get to scry, so I think we'll keep this. See what our mulligan is.
Okay.
It's a mountain, so yeah, we'll keep that. We'll put that on top. Wondering if you're wrong. Okay. So maybe playing a little bit of a Jeskai mirror here. We'll start off with the Spire Bluff. Let's turn the volume down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, we got a Plains, which is good. Still can't do much, but he's not doing much, or he or she's not doing much either. So we'll just we'll play the Plains because we already have a red and a blue.
He's up top to the right.
This deck has a few win conditions. Of course, you know with the Gearhulk, you can just hit him a few times. Also has Archangel Avacyn in there to try to win the game. You can play Gideon, get his emblem, and then play Glorious End. And of course, Gideon's emblem, of course, says that if you would lose the game, you know, as long as you control Gideon Planeswalker, you can't lose the game. So with Glorious End, you know, you end the turn, whatever's going on, the turn ends, and then at the beginning of your next end step, you lose the game. But with Gideon's emblem out there, you don't have to worry about that trigger, as long as you're controlling the Gideon Planeswalker. This deck also plays Approach of the Second Sun.
Make sure I didn't put it on mute.
So you can Approach of the Second Sun, gain 6, and then do something like Glimmer or Pull from Tomorrow to draw a bunch of cards, and then play it again and just win the game. One cool thing about Approach is that it says that if it was cast from your hand and you've cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun, you win the game. In other words, Approach of the Second Sun doesn't even have to resolve. You just have to cast it. So if you're playing a counter-heavy deck, which I'm pretty sure we're going to be playing against, you don't even have to resolve Approach of the Second Sun. You just have to cast it twice. So end of the turn, we'll Glimmer here. I figured it would get countered, but we need to get some of those counter spells out of their hand anyway, and we have enough land to do everything we need to do. We'll play a mountain here, and then we'll just pass the turn. Looks like maybe a red-blue control
I'm on it.
is what we're playing against. It's just been gonna be a lot of draw go. We'll get into a big counter battle, I'm sure, in a minute. But we would play Inspiring Vantage, but if he decides to tap out and do something, I want to be able to tap out my Gear Hulk. So we'll just play a Plains, pass the turn. He's gonna Glimmer. We'll try to play our Gear Hulk in response to his Glimmer. He may have a negate or a sensor, or I'm sure he probably has a counter spell, but we're still gonna try to resolve our own Glimmer. Yeah, that's fine. We got a Gear Hulk on the field, and he's spent 2 negates, and he's cycled a sensor, so. Which is all fine. Now he's got pretty much free reign to do whatever he wants this turn. Yeah, that's what I figured. So he'll do his own Gear Hulk, he'll flashback Glimmer. He or she will do their own Gear Hulk.
That's gonna make my SR go down.
Which again is fine, because we have approached the second sun here that we can pretty much cast if we need to. Yeah. So let's play a mountain. Go ahead and attack for 5 here. Now, even if he blocks and comes back on the backswing, hits us for 5, we're going to gain 6 right here. So, and he could shock my Gear Hulk to go ahead and kill it. That's okay too. So we'll play approach. We'll gain 6. He'll make up for his backswing. Yeah, see, that's fine. So now we have to just find another one, cast it, and we'll win the game. There's 2 in the deck. Of course, when it casts, it goes back in the deck. 7 from the top. So unless it gets countered, it goes right back in the deck. So yeah, we'll lose 5 on that, which is fine. Alright, there's Gideon. Probably gets countered. 4 cards in hand, 7 mana open. We'll do it anyway. I'm sure he has counter spells. And he can still, or they can still kill it with an activation of the Fumarole. Just right now, Gideon's just buying us a turn. Try to find what we need. Draw 5 cards. We could Glorious End to mess that up, but this is on my turn, so we're not going to do that because they're going to kill Gideon. And I need Gideon if I have Glorious End. I need something to protect myself, so just let them draw 5 cards.
That's good. Yeah, that's perfect.
Commit? Okay, that's fine. Okay, no attack.
Attack from every place.
I think that was probably a misclick on their part. Play the Vantage. Just pass the turn here. We'll try to end a turn anticipate, which we already know that we're going to see Gideon in the top 3. So he swings for 5. I don't know why they're not activating the fumarole there. Maybe they need the mana. Alright, in the turn we'll attempt to anticipate. If they want to use all their counters on my card draw, that's fine. We'll take the anticipate.
Yeah.
Let's just...
Ain't nothing I can do.
Let's try to anticipate again. Look at that. Right next to each other. So yeah, we'll take the approach. Untap.
Right. And he's going to get penalized.
Approach. Okay, so it doesn't work the way I thought it did. It's good to know for later. So, side note, approach does have to resolve to win the game. By reading the card, I would have thought that it didn't matter because it says if you cast it, but that's okay. We're still in this. Let's just try to glimmer on our main phase. Okay.
Oh, dang.
Probably lose this one. It's fine. We'll sideboard in some more of our counter spells. We'll sideboard in the Sphinx so that our instants and sorceries can't be countered. It also has hexproof, so they can't kill it unless they play a board wipe.
If you don't want to lose anymore, we can just play quick play or something.
Draw planes, play the planes. We're pretty much dead here.
I'm still standing at 1067.
Let's just try this. Okay. Yeah, we'll just concede, go to game 2. Alright, so we'll bring in our Sphinx. We'll bring in 2 negates, avoid shatter. We will take out 1 glorious end, 1 anticipate, just 1 anticipate, 1 Gideon, and we'll take out 1 approach. We'll submit that.
Where you at?
Yes, I'd like to play first.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Handful of land and a Sphinx.
Awesome.
We'll keep that. Maybe we'll survive 7 turns. So, we want to play as if we'll be able to draw something that can actually interact.
Awesome.
So we'll start with Port Town. We won't reveal the Prairie Stream because there's nothing we can do turn 1 anyway. And the less information they have about our hand, the better off we are. Play the Vantage. I'm going to stay away from playing the Fumarole till we have to. If that's the only land in hand, we'll play it, or if we have another tap land in hand, we'll play it. But we're going to try to stay away from that so that we can try to get to this 7 untapped mana as soon as possible. Sphinx can't be countered, flying, hexproof, instant sorceries can't be countered. It's hard to deal with once you get it out there. It just takes 7 mana to do it. But I think this is a good matchup for it because there's a lot of draw go in the beginning. So we'll play another Vantage. So let's see, we started with 6 lands and a Sphinx, and we've drawn 3 lands. Not bad. Nothing like the MTGO shuffler to really mess you up. Alright, we got a little bit of interaction here. It'll probably get countered, but at least it's a spell. No land drop. Okay. We'll anticipate. Give them a chance to counter it so they don't have to discard. Do them a favor. They did not counter it. Okay. We'll take the port down so that we, well, we'll take the disallow in case we draw another blue source. What you need, baby? Alright, drew that island off the top. Draw go, draw go, draw go. And if we're just going to draw go back and forth, we're not going to be in a hurry to play the Sphinx until we have to. Preferably till we have something that can counter a board wipe. 5, 6, 7. We'll play the straight. It doesn't help that I'm being flooded on land and they're being choked on land.
They put a teleporter almost right at our spawn.
No land again. I hate it for them. It's bad to lose, but it's bad to lose when you're just not drawing anything. We've got 7. Probably expecting an approach of the second sun here. They don't have enough mana where they could kill it, I don't believe. Yeah, they're just going to concede. I don't blame them. They were getting pretty hosed in the mana department. So we're just going to keep what we got because we didn't see any new cards from them. And hopefully we'll get a better draw than 10 lands in a row. Okay, so 3 lands, 2 tap lands. We'll keep it because we get to draw. If we have to, we can Prairie Stream, Vantage. I'll give us 3 on tap.
It's up a stair somewhere.
Just play our Prairie Stream.
I thought it was at the beginning.
Thought about running a Spell Queller in this deck just because it's a 3-mana counter spell. That's also a creature.
I was talking to you on mute.
I just haven't found
It's
the right spot for it.
I think we're away from it.
So we'll play the Vantage here. Next turn we'll play the Port Town, revealing the Prairie Stream. We played the Vantage because, of course, 2 or fewer it comes in tapped either way, and we want as many untapped mana as we can. The thing with control decks right now in this format is, especially running 3 colors, they run a lot of tap lands, and you don't want to have your lands tapped if you can help it, especially running a control deck. Of course, control decks are always trying to tap out on their opponent's turn. So, okay, this helps. 2 Port Towns in a row, so Port Town, reveal Prairie Stream, Port Town, Prairie Stream. Alright, not missing land drops right now. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. Port Town into Prairie Stream. We need to draw a basic on our next turn, if we can, so that we can have 5 untapped mana. In case they tap out, we can play Avison. Alright, so there. See if we can pull a counter spell out of their hand. Censor? Oh, dispel, okay. That's fine. Alright, so they've seen the Prairie Stream, so we're going to go ahead and play that anyway, because Fire Bluff's going to come in tap no matter what now. If they do tap out, we could pull for tomorrow for 2, which is not ideal, but it'll work. Me too. So we'll both draw 2 cards. Got a counter spell, now I have to discard something. So we got a counter spell, but we're tapped out, so it's not going to do us any good right now. They can pretty much do what they want. We can, however, if they play a Gear Hulk, we have Immolating Glare with Dispel, Disallow to back it up.
Awesome.
Dragon Master Outcast, okay.
It's the bedroom.
Okay. We'll play the untapped land so we can Gear Hulk into something if we need to.
Yeah. What the fuck happened to me?
Can also Avison, but I'm sure that
Alright, got it.
I'm sure they'll counter the Avison. Four lands in hand.
Man, that sucked. That was the play of the game.
We'll try Avison.
I didn't know what had got me right there.
It's fine. Get all those counters out of your hand. The more you play, the less I have to worry about. So if we'd have seen some more of their deck in the second round and we knew that this was going to happen, we would have put in Fumigate. So let's just try Immolating Glare on the token.
What do we want to do here?
Alright, so now we're getting into all of our tap lands. So we'll just play the canal.
Waiting for players now.
Pull from tomorrow. Let's try to resolve 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. Let's try to resolve our Gear Hulk. Okay, that's fine. We got a body. Little aerial assault going on here. We need to find our Sphinx. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play the Sphinx. We are not going to block with the Sphinx at all. Costs 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can activate 1. I just want to attack here. Now our instants and sorceries can't be countered, so that kind of helps us out a little bit. We're going to have to do something about this, though. Pretty quick.
Game chat's still not working. I'm hoping they patch a few things on this week's update. I've had it all the time.
Maybe we can call it off the top again. We need to find an approach
Taking forever to find matches and game chat.
or a pull.
How about now?
Or a Gideon would be good. Spire Bluff. That does not help us at all. Okay, the only way we can win is if we can... Will Glorious End. Hope to draw something good. If we don't, we're just dead.
Yeah.
So this will end the turn. I'll get a draw step. Anticipate. Another Gear Hulk, another Anticipate. Take another Anticipate. We will, well, I don't know what we're going to do. Right now we're just looking for answers. There's our Gideon. We have 6 mana. We need 6 mana. There's also our approach, but our approach is not going to help us right now, so we'll take the Gideon.
Yeah. I did.
It will counter the Gideon. We'll just disallow it and it can't be countered.
Oh, I hate Zarya.
Okay, we're dead either way. Good game. Good game. If we'd have been able to see a little bit of that in game 2, we probably could have sideboarded a little better. That's alright. Alright, on to the next round.
That was easy.
Alright, we'll go on to play. Okay, we'll keep this. Play the fumarole. Make it to glimmer. We're not playing anything too fast. Opponent is deciding if they want to mulligan. They may have stepped away from their computer. Or they may be streaming too. Can we please not quit before sideboarding? Obviously my opponent's had a hard time today. Alright, fumarole, pass turn. Now they mulligan down to 5 choked estuary. Okay. Maybe a blue-black control, maybe an Esper control, maybe a zombie deck. Play another fumarole. Tap land.
I didn't do that worth a damn. What's he doing? Give me that. Where did dog go?
I don't know if they're talking to me just to get me to run my clock out or what.
Don't do it, John.
Don't do it, Johnny. That's the doctor.
That's your daddy. Don't do it, daddy.
I'm the pappy.
What's up? What'd you say?
Alright. Was not expecting that. So maybe it's a Sultai
I
control.
got it?
Or a Sultai Aetherworks or
Okay.
something. Alright, so we're drawing all kinds of land here.
Okay, I missed it all.
Started with 6 lands. We've drawn 3 lands. Yeah, it's Sultai something here.
Go drink the juice in your room.
Oath of Jace. Okay.
It's gonna be dinner.
This could be Sultai Aetherworks. I would almost say if like a 4 or 5 color Saheeli, but with Guardian getting banned, that's not the case. You don't see Oath of Jace very often, so I'm still not sure what we're playing against. There's a Fatal Push, a Gearhulk.
Scoreboard, we don't need that.
Okay. Yeah, right now my money is on Sultai Control. Okay, we will play a Plains because we don't have any. Now, into their turn, we'll try Glimmer of Genius. Sure, if they're playing blue, they got some counter spells, but we'll just have to do it anyway. With Oath of Jace, I imagine there's some Planeswalkers in here. Pre-sideboard, the Planeswalkers are a little bit hard to deal with. After sideboard, we'll get stuff like Cast Out and Negate. So we will try to Glimmer at the end of their turn. See if we can get away from drawing land. Oh, they're going to counter. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I have plenty of other spells that I'd rather not be countered. Like that one. 4, 5. We'll play the tap land. There's nothing that we can really do here.
Good God. They're set up.
Now they may attack with Hissing Quagmire, which is fine. Or they may leave it back because they see my fumaroles. We're seeing a lot of control decks today. Archangel Avison. Alright, we'll Prairie Stream. That way we have the option. If they tap out, we'll Glimmer, or we'll Gear Hulk into a Glimmer. If they tap out to activate their Quagmire, we'll block with the Avison. Cycle your fitted pools. If we're just going to play draw go, we'll just keep playing draw go. There's no sense in me acting if I don't have to. So just play another fumarole and pass. Especially in a control matchup, you don't really want to commit too much if you don't have to. It's control decks are all about being patient with what's going on, being patient with the board state. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to hold off, see what they do. And as long as we don't have to discard anything, we're just going to build up our lands. We enter the Prairie Stream and pass.
Just not being very productive with Diva today.
They'll tap out to do something. They'll either tap out to attack with their creature lands, or they'll tap out to do something, like this. We'll let them draw 2 cards. More cards they're drawing.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to do something eventually. And once they do, I'll have to react. What'd you find?
You found a doggy.
Found a doggy.
It was on the table.
Played a Botanical Sanctum. Okay. I'm wondering if this Oath of Jace is just... Okay, we're activating a Quagmire. We can try the Angel. They can encounter the Angel and leave us open. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8.
Is it any better now?
That does leave us open to resolve something on our turn.
Why it does that? This is a new one.
If they have a counter, they're going to counter it because they don't want to lose this land. They're probably trying to decide if I have a counter too.
Ruby's
Yeah.
online.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll take the 2. No big deal.
Will you get back on or are you done?
Okay. Play the stream. Go ahead and play this Gear Hulk. And we will resolve a Glimmer to try to get a counter spell in our hands. While they're tapped out. Disallow Inglorious Sand. Put that on top. Put that on bottom.
I'm getting there.
And we'll pass the turn. Alright, see what they do. I'm sure now that I only have 3 lands open. I know one of their lands is an island, or one card in their hand is an island. So So they have 3 cards I don't know about. They will most likely attack with the Quagmire because it has Death Touch. I'm tapping for something. We'll try it. I'm sure they probably have an answer. Or they wouldn't have played it. That's still okay. So they didn't counter it, so we'll get it back. But that is going to be their turn, so let's see what we can draw. Disallow.
Oh, man.
We'll play the canal. Okay, we know one of their lands is a swamp. We're just going to get in there. We're going to get aggressive. If they want to block, if they want to kill it, they can kill it, but we're going to get in there. That's one less I have to worry about. We still have enough land. Excuse me. We still have enough land to activate the Fumarole. I know they've discarded a Fatal Push. So they probably have another Fatal Push. What did they play? Played an island. So I know they still have a swamp in hand. No one card is a swamp.
Alright, you too.
Y'all done? For good or just for a little while?
No, well, I don't know if he's gonna get back on.
Oh, okay. We'll let the 3 get in there. Alright, 2 disallows. So, we'll play our canal. He could activate his Quagmire. So we will just set back for now. 3 cards in hand. 1 is a swamp. I'm surprised we haven't seen more Planeswalkers with the Oath of Jace. I really can't believe we're drawing so much land. They're leaving all their mana open. I would have figured they would have attacked. Opponent is disconnected. Okay. It would be very ironic for the first 2 minutes into the video they complain about people leaving their sideboard and then they not come back, but I think maybe they're just having some connection issues and they'll be right back. So we will wait on them for just a minute. How's everybody's Sunday going? I haven't posted a video all week. It was finals week for me, and finals week, if you go to college or have been in college, you know finals week. Hey Eddie! Okay. If you know anything about finals week, you know it can be kind of hectic. So haven't been any videos this week. Hopefully we get back on our schedule starting this week. Also, we will start streaming this week or next week. I'm gonna. All right. All right. We will get a streaming schedule hopefully this week nailed down. 2 or 3 days a week for a couple hours a night. If you've watched any of my deck tech videos, what we'll start doing is we will do a deck tech video and then we will build that deck and we'll play it online, see how it does. So that way we can play through them. You can see how they interact, how they do with the current meta, and see if it's a deck you'd be interested in playing. I'm able to do this thanks to manatraders.com. It's a website where you can rent your cards online. For $35 a month, I've rented $3,000 worth of cards so far this month. So it's been a real value. So if you want to go over and check them out, tell them I sent you. Send them an email. Tell them Super Doe Killer sent them your way. They do not sponsor the channel in any way, but I really think it's a real good process. It's a good resource for people that want to play a lot of different decks but can't afford to buy a lot of different decks. So I think it's a real good resource to have, especially if you're playing Magic Online and you want to test out a bunch of decks for, say, like a GP or a GP trial or a Pro Tour qualifier or something like that. We're still waiting on them. We'll give them a couple more minutes. If they don't show back up, we'll probably just concede this match because I don't want to have to sit here for 14 minutes and 45 more seconds waiting on them to come back. Let's think. Yeah, Twitch stream. We'll start a Twitch stream this week or next week. It'll be 2 or 3 days a week for a couple hours a night. We're also going to start a weekly show with a buddy of mine. He lives in New Jersey, so it'll be like a podcast style, but it'll be on YouTube. So it'll be like a vlog type thing where we'll just probably 30 to 45 minutes. We'll talk about Magic. The idea is we're going to pick a card and build a deck, modern or standard, around that card. And depending on how much it costs, one day that week I'll play it on stream just to see how it would react, how it would do. But that's some of the new things that we got coming at SDK Streaming. Of course, you can always check out our sponsor, legitmtg.com, where you can find all your standard singles, modern singles, sealed product, and everything over $2 ships free. So spend $2, it's going to ship free, which, if you're like me, you can spend $2 on a Magic card pretty quick. Alright, so we're going to give them until the 12-minute mark. If they're not back by then, we will concede this match and play a third and final match. Draws tonight haven't been that good. If you watch the first game, we drew land. This game we're drawing land. There's stuff in there, we just can't find it. We're playing 27 lands. But with a control deck, you want your land count to be high, especially when you have 7 cost spells and 5 cost spells and 6 cost spells in your deck. You want to be able to draw your land, but I'm kind of wondering if 26 lands might be better. But also with the tap lands, it's better to have more land, and so that you might be able to draw the untapped land instead of the tap land. So yeah, 12 minutes 40 seconds. They're most likely not coming back, so we'll just go ahead and concede this one. I'll take the loss instead of waiting a few minutes. I know y'all don't want to sit around and wait on that, so we will play our third and final match. If you've watched all this video, I appreciate it. The event has been canceled. I wasn't in an event, but thank you for that. If you make it to the end of this video, I have an announcement that I will make. But that's only if you make it to the end, so we'll see who's still with us. So yeah, we'll keep this. We got Prairie Stream, Port Town, Fumarole. We'll play the Fumarole. Alright, looks like we got like a red-white humans. It's going to be an aggro deck, which is fine. We will probably drop the first round, though. I'm just going to warn you. We'll take our 1. We have things in the sideboard for the aggro decks, but the first round is going to be hard to deal with. We'll go ahead and play a Port Town here just to get a source of white mana, and we're not going to do anything except end of turn. We'll anticipate. This looks more like Mardu vehicles instead of red-white humans with the concealed courtyard. Now my computer's wanting to act up. Thank you, MTGO. Okay. Well, that's all we're going to do. It's a 50-minute video. I'm sorry you didn't get to see the end of the last round or the second round. Maybe we'll do another video with this deck later. Since it's the end of the video, I promised you an announcement, so we'll give you an announcement. Through the month of May, each and every video we will do, if you like and comment on that video, you'll be entered into a contest, and then in May we'll run a contest. Everybody that liked the video in the month of May, everybody that commented on the video in the month of May will be eligible, and we'll give away a booster box. Excuse me, no, can't afford that yet. A bundle of almond kit. So, hope you watched it till the end so you find out about the giveaway. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at SuperDoeKiller. And at the end of May, we'll do a video giving away that bundle. So, hope you guys had fun. Sorry we couldn't complete our matches, but sometimes MTGO just doesn't want to cooperate. So, we'll see you guys later. And gals. See you guys and gals later.